Hello, hello. Good afternoon. I got my farming flannel on today. Hey, Ivan. How are you? Let me turn off that hip music that I was playing. Hope you guys are all doing well. Yeah, so the wife was a little busy, and that affords me some time to stream a bit today, which I was pretty happy about. It's Friday, end of the work week. Let me just get this mic in the right place. There we go. Hey, Linear, how are you? Hey, Osiris. Thanks for the resub, my friend. Appreciate that. Yeah, you know, Lanista, I did not get the truck problem figured out. I just sold it. I sold the truck and the trailer that I was using and went back to what I was using before, which never tried to defy the laws of physics. So hopefully we'll be okay with that. I'm not sure what the issue was there, but anyway, I didn't the Flying Dutchman. Yeah. To be honest, I didn't really like that truck a whole lot anyway. I know it's a great mod and a lot of people like it. Lots of customization, cool sounds. But overall, I'm not really a big fan of those kind of like old style drag racing pickup trucks or whatever you want to call that thing. So, yeah. So anyway, yeah, Willie, Apache, Osiris, got the whole gang here. I did figure out how to prevent my landscaping around these silos from getting reset every time that I loaded the game. There was a line in the mod that I commented out that was basically resetting it to short grass around these silos every time. And I notified the author of the mod about it, and he said that he would fix it. So probably in a future update. This is the DR silo mod that I'm using here. Yeah, you were absolutely right, Apache. Yeah, there was something in the code. So I just commented out the line that was doing the vegetation, and it doesn't do that anymore. Yeah, so so I re-landscaped it. Now it looks a little more natural. I also started. I was bringing up my Seed Hawk from the shop. Hey, Deity of Automation, how are you? I'm glad you can make it. Yeah, so I noticed a little issue with the Seed Hawk. And the problem there is that it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit down this lane here. So I think I'm going to work on that a little bit today. So I'm going to bring this around to the side to park it. I hope it fits in one of the sheds somewhere. I'll feel kind of silly if it doesn't. I'm thinking maybe I park it in this outside shed. I already parked the seed, or the cart, the air cart itself. Yeah, this might be too wide to fit in there, actually. Well, I'm not driving too well today. And that mod you see in the lower right above my Speedo, that is the Proceed mod, which I wanted to try out. Yeah, this thing's not going to fit anywhere. I don't have a shed that'll hold it. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll just park it here off to the side for now. until we can figure some other option out. Sorry for that little glitchiness as I'm loading the scene here. All right, so checking used equipment. I noticed this seed tender. This looks pretty interesting. A little bit different style than the other ones, but it looks like that's the auger on top. I'm not quite sure how that unfolds or where it attaches. Maybe that's for loading it. And it's got 2 compartments in it. Now, of course, with the okay, and it looks like it comes down to, it looks like there's 2 sliding doors there at the back. So maybe it spills into the auger and then goes up. I think I'll try this another time. The reason I say that I don't think we're really going to need it now is because now that I've got this, I'll probably be able to do most of my fields in one with one fill up on that big seed cart. But if the time comes for a seed tender, then maybe I'll try that one and see how that one works. Yeah, so everything's set up. I did advance to February. But yeah, like I was saying, I couldn't fit the cart down my main lane here. So I think I'd like to expand it and make it bigger. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to move these chickens out of the way. Because the chickens are in the way. I don't want to move this fence over because, you know, this kind of makes room for my silo to go over there. And I would like to have a straight shot back from the front of the farm all the way to the back without having to make any turns or anything. So what I'm thinking is we get rid of these chicken pens, and I'm thinking that I'll just replace them with one of these. Let me show you. I have a modded one. I have the chicken barn by Stevie. Right, the ones that I have now, they hold 360 chickens. Yeah, I was planning to upgrade. So I have 720 chickens, which seems to be more than enough. We could upgrade it with this one by Stevie, which holds 650. Which is slightly less, but then it's a single building. Right, it looks pretty much the same, except there's a little chicken coop thing in the back. And then he also has the same thing, but without a fence around it, so you could, you know, simulate, I don't know, you could place your own fence or whatever. They still don't wander far from the barn or from the shed, so I don't think having no fence makes a big difference. But yeah, so I'm thinking maybe we'll just replace both of these with one of these, and then we'll set it back a bit from the road so that it's not in the way. What do you guys think about that? Sound good? Okay. If I don't hear any complaints, I'm going to assume that everybody's okay with that. I do have a couple crates, so let's go ahead and pick those up first. I need to find my John Deere. Let's see. And I think the John Deere is over here by the animals. Yeah. I was feeding the cows and the sheep yesterday, which is why I have this over here. I am out of silage, and I'm out of straw, so we're gonna have to buy some Well, we're going to have to buy some of each, I suppose. I may have to remove that birch tree as well to make this work. And to be honest, I'm going to... Actually, I may... We'll rethink where we're going to place the chicken pen. Maybe I'll put it down next to the cows. So that way we have all of our animals in one location. Rather than having some here and some over there. Okay. So I'll just park this right here for now. Hey Creed, how you doing, my friend? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Unfortunately, when I sell these things, I think I'm going to lose all the feed that is in there already. But it's not a big loss. Not terribly expensive. This wagon is empty. So we'll park this over here as well. And by the way, guys, I ordered a new steering wheel. I've got a pair of joysticks arriving today, so the wheel doesn't arrive till next week, but sometime towards the end of next week I should have a steering wheel and that sort of a setup instead of the controller. Now, I've said many times how I like the controller because it's convenient, because it doesn't take up any desk space or anything. Yeah, you're right, Ivan. That would be nice. So I know I said I do prefer the controller if I'm playing multiple games, but since I've been playing this almost exclusively lately, I thought it wouldn't be such a bad thing to set up a steering wheel for a while. Have some fun with that. Okay. I should sell the chickens first. Let's do that. Now you can only do 60 at a time. So it's a little bit tedious. You gotta select, sell, yes, yes. Okay, so that one's empty. And then we'll do this one. Okay, and now that one's empty. Alright, so we'll lose about 7,000 liters. Not too bad. Alright, let's get into the demolish. Oh, yeah, Deity, I did. I feel strange calling you Deity. Or should I call you Lord, or something like that. Yeah, I did figure that out. That makes it much easier to load those vehicles. Oh, look, and there's all the original landscaping and everything. You don't mind, right? Yeah, because what I'm thinking is that this space I could probably use to build a new house. To give ourselves a nicer home. Alright, we'll get rid of the white fence. As much as I liked that white fence, I think its time has come. I may even want to move the duplex sign. Maybe I'll put the duplex sign like up here instead. Why don't we do that? And we'll get rid of these little lights. Okay. That's super. So we'll paint all this with gravel, as usual. Oh, I think I see another light there. Ah, 2 more lights that I missed. Yep. 4 whole dollars. Okay. There we go. Now that's a proper lane into a space this big. You know what? Let's pave. I'm going to pave the road. I'm going to pave the road all the way to the shop with gravel. Let's pretend that since I'm bringing so much money to no man's land, that the town elders, i.e. Doris, have agreed to finally throw down some gravel for me. I'm not doing the best job. I should slow down a little bit. Nice and easy. There we go. Okay, and then I've got asphalt here. I guess I'll leave that. Okay. Alright, that looks good. Alright, so now that's all clear. And I have the money from selling the cake and the bread. Maybe I should upgrade my house now too. You know, I'm going to hold off on the house because I wanted to do something a little more grand than just placing it here on the flat ground. I wanted to build it like up on a ridge over there or something, maybe overlooking the pond. So I think I'll wait. I'll wait so I can do justice to it. All right, so let's put down the chicken coop. Where should we place it? Maybe I should get rid of the grain storage. I wonder where it would land if we put it over here. No, there's not quite enough space to put it right there. I guess we'll leave the grain storage. Maybe here across from my silo. This wouldn't be a bad spot for it. Yeah, we'll put it there, but let's level out the ground first. I learned my lesson on that. That is irritating. It's not like that thing was actually in the way, it's just in the line of sight. Okay. How's that look? That looks fine. Let's just soften that edge a little bit. There we go. Alright. Chickens. Chicken barn by Stevie. We'll put it right there. Okay. Perfect. And then we'll put gravel around that. $300K a month on the BGA. Is that the one where you're making manure from straw? And does that feel cheaty to you at all? The grass I'm adding now, I noticed, is a bit longer than the rest of the wintertime grass, but I think it'll end up being the same depth later on. Okay. And we'll throw in a few bushes here and there. If we can. Okay. There we go. How about a tree? What is that? Large oak. No, I don't think an oak. Yeah, we'll do the spruce. There's a medium spruce. The spruce trees look nice. They blend well, since those are basically the native trees around here. There. Okay. Alright, so let's get some feed. I believe I have some in the silo. I notice I've got some strange elevation changes here. Yeah, right here. Doink. See that? Let's see if I can fix that. I might be standing too close to it. But I want to smooth that out, so I want to do a ramp. Okay, so let's make this, let's see, where is it? Right there? Yeah, so I want that to be my target point. Right click. Okay, and then we'll start right here. And we'll slope up. And that should smooth that out. And make it a gradual transition. Okay, that's better. Not perfect, but it's better. There we go. This is barley that I bought from the multi-fruit silo a while ago and dumped in here. So this will be more than enough to get the chickens going. I think we need to take care of that boulder there as well. Yep, and let's not forget to add the sign back. Nope, not yet. Not yet, Lanesta. We'll get that. Oh, and it looks like the Stevie version adds a... Looks like it added a grate to the silo there. I should not have placed that tree there. Yeah, you know, I haven't given that any more thought, but I should give that some more consideration, because I still feel like that $10 million challenge is a good idea. There we go. Okay, so while that's unloading, let's buy ourselves a whole bunch of chickens. Pardon me. Now the $5 chickens don't make as much eggs as the mature chickens do. Let's take a look at the bakery. If I have enough eggs, yeah, I've got plenty of eggs. So I'm going to get the $5 chickens, and I think we'll have time. I think we'll have time to wait for them to mature. Whoops. Select, buy, yes, okay. This is really... This is really tedious. And it's hard to repeat it because it's... There's so many steps, it's like trying to remember a combo in Mortal Kombat or something like that. Okay. 650 chickens. And this one holds 10,000 liters instead of only 9,000. Not a big difference, but it's more than 10% more. Okay, so I'll leave that there, and then we'll get our flatbed and park that over there as well. I need a little more room. There, let's do that. Let's do the same over here. It's not like we don't have any space. I'm going to end up owning practically the whole map at some point anyway. Yeah, so let's clear all this out. That way I can pull in and get turned around and everything without having to drive on the grass. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's okay. Jeez. Yeah, it looked strange when I started to do the leveling here. It looks like it went into the ground, didn't it? Well, okay. Maybe it's just the shadows playing tricks on me. That does look weird. Okay. Isabella Linton, welcome. We are playing on... We're playing on easy economy, but all the other settings are basically the same as they would be in hard mode. But in this playthrough, the economy is set on easy, so we make a lot of money, which we need because we owe about $7 million to the bank. Okay. Yeah, that's still not quite flat. Let's take a look here. Okay. I'm really not happy with that. Let me fix that up a little bit more, if you don't mind, guys. Let's at least get the gravelled part nice and flat. That part doesn't seem to want to flatten out. Okay, that's better. Now, why won't that part flatten out? What the hell? Maybe it's because the tractor is there? Yeah, I did get rid of manual connect. I was getting a little tired of that. Nice drive in there, Tex. Oh, no. Sculpting level. There it goes. Okay. I think it's okay now. Let's get the grass put back in. Yeah, that's better. And that's better. Okay, good. Okay. Now let's put our sign back in. And I think we'll put it right here in front of these trees. Oops. Okay. Hogwarts Army, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, and welcome. Hope you enjoy it. There. And I'll throw in a couple of those little yard lights. There. Did I load the rock pack? Yeah, I think I did. Oh, no, I didn't. Shoot. There, we'll put a few stones around there. Okay. Good. Oh, actually there are flowers. I downloaded a flower mod pack today. Let me install it. Let me get out of the game so I can load it up. I forgot to add it to the game. Don't plug in a yard light over a water line. That sounds like hard-earned experience. Hey Hogwarts, I'm playing single player right now. So we do have a multiplayer server that you can learn about on the Discord. But this particular playthrough right now, I am doing single player. Yeah, decorative rock pack. That's what I wanted to get. And there was flower pots. There we go. Yeah, so let's add that in. Oh, okay. Well, if you go to my Discord channel, you can probably hook up with somebody to join the multiplayer server. You can see the link to it there. And you know, and maybe when this series is over and I do a different one, I may open it up for multiplayer to have people join in with me. You know, depending on what kind of map it is. Right now I'm just kind of being, you know, I'm being the control freak that I typically am. Alright, so let me remove those stones that I just put in. And I'll put in some flowers first, and actually, now that I have the rock pack, I may be able to do a better job with some rocks. Okay, so there's the flowers. Yeah, something like this maybe. No, not that one. How about this one? That one would look nice, but I'm going to have to get rid of these lights. And let's redo the gravel here. This series is turning into more this old house than it is farming. Okay, let's compare. We got that one, and we got that one. Maybe we could do 2 of those. Let's do that. I think that would look nice. Is that right? Okay, that looks aligned. Yeah, and everything I put down has its own idea of what's level and what isn't. That's not quite centered though, is it? Too bad you can't move things once you put them down. There. Those are kind of small. Yeah. Okay, well, let's just leave it like that. And then we'll throw the lights on the sides of those. Like so. Okay, now let's look for the rocks. Where are the rocks? Oh, I think they're in with the plants. Okay, yeah, here they are. Yeah, so you've got, you know, boulders of various sizes. Yeah, let's put that one there. Whoa. That's a big one. Big old big one. There. That does present a grand entrance, doesn't it? Okay. Thanks, Lanesta. Okay. Where were we? Yeah, let's think about farming. Okay, so it's February. Let's March is when we can start planning things. So let's get to that. Let's just check on our production real quick. Make sure everything is fed. We do need to get more milk to the bakery sometime soon. Everything else seems to be running happily. Okay, we're out of sugar, or sugar beets, I should say. No more milk at the dairy, so we'll take our next load of milk to the bakery. And we got a little bit of slurry there. So let's see how much milk we've got, if it's worth making a delivery yet. Yeah, we've got 23,000 liters. That's pretty decent. Let's find our semi. I think it's back at the shop still. Oh no, this is the one we want. We'll leave that trailer. Thumbs up on the map. This one? $48. Yeah, this. Or actually, for you guys, I think it's this. Yeah. Good catch. I was wondering when somebody would notice that. I'm just kidding. Like I did it intentionally. See if you guys can figure out which map or which field represents the poker playing zebras. Oh, for Pete's sakes. I'm stuck. Help. There we go. Alright, give me the milk. Alright. So we'll take this to the bakery. We'll drop that off. And then we'll advance to the next day so that we can start planting. Oh, and I had an idea on how to remember what we're going to put on what field without having to resort to using a notepad like they did in olden times. Since we can... Oh, this gravel road is awfully nice. I'm going to have to send some cakes to the city council. Since those courseplay fields let us rename them, I thought maybe I can just rename it with the crop that I want to put on it, and that would make things pretty easy. Okay. Slow down. Thanks. This is... Oh, there we go. They only play with half the deck, huh? Alright, so now... How are our chickens doing? Okay, they're coming along. Right, so now the bakery... What's the next thing it needs? Well, flour will be coming, so butter is the next thing that it's short on, but we have enough to last a long time. So the next milk we can use to make chocolate. Oh, and by the way, that's the other thing that I sold in the month, either early in February or late January since the last stream. The price of chocolate was good, so I sold some chocolate. Truckload of it, and I think I got about 300K for that. That was pretty good. Yeah, so that other mod that you saw earlier was the Proceed mod, which I want to give a try. That one allows you to put tram lines in your fields, which are basically wheel tracks, so that later on when you go to spray and spread fertilizer, you can run down those tracks without damaging your crop. Now, in the game, if you use narrow tires, you can just drive through your crop all you want and it won't destroy anything, but I think the tram lines are a little more realistic, and it might be kind of fun to mess around with that. So we'll decide which fields might need it, and then the thing is, I don't think you can do it with I don't think you can use courseplay to do that. I think you have to drive manually. So that could be a problem, because you guys know that I don't do a lot of my own field work anymore, since the fields are so big. And one of these days I want to tear down the cow barn and level this area out and replace it with the same thing that holds more animals, because it really bothers me how this thing is not flat, you know. Yeah, that was the cow Roomba. Okay. Yeah, so let's advance to March, and then we'll start getting busy in the fields. Eight o'clock sounds good. It shouldn't be too dark. Oh, the lawn mowing robot would be pretty nice. Cow robot. Check used. Yes, thank you. The versatile. I wouldn't mind having one of these, but that would mean selling something else, I think, because I already have the John Deere. I have the 9R and the 9RT. Is it the 9RT? No, it's not the 9RT, the 9RX. Right, I got that guy. So I don't really need the versatile, even though that would be kind of cool to try out a different brand of tractor. Yeah. Oh, how did I get my name on the truck? I modded a mod. So, this is a mod from... The truck itself is a mod from Northwest Mods and Edits, I believe. They have a Facebook page where you can download the truck mod. And then I modified it with my logo. So it's kind of like my own version of the mod, but the only thing that I did is add the logo. I didn't change anything else on it. Oh, okay. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that on PS4. Yeah. So that was just something a little fun that I did. And actually now I notice that the color of the logo on the two sides is completely different. Maybe it's just because of the shadow. I guess we can find out when I turn it around. Let's see if it looks the same. It's a nice truck, though. It's a really nice mod. I like the fact that it's got that auxiliary fuel tank in the back, transfer tank. Okay. No, I think it's just the shadow. That's why it looks different. Okay. Bear with me 1 second, guys. Cooper's barking. He wants to get in. Let me open the door. Cooper. Okay. Right. So let me slow down time until we can figure out what we're doing here. So let's go to the map and let's try renaming these fields to show what we wanted to plant. All right. So CP6 is going to be sorghum. So let's see. Can we name this CP6 sorghum? Yes. Awesome. Okay, CP3, this is going to be cotton. I want to keep the numbers on, because that's how I match it up with Courseplay. CP4 is going to be oats. CP5 is corn. Okay, CP2 is grass. CP1 is going to be soybeans. And CP7 is TBD. We haven't actually made that field yet. That's just where we're planning to put it. Okay, so that's awesome. So if we check the calendar, we can do oats, we can do sunflowers, potatoes, sugar beets. We're not doing sugar beets this season. L2, I don't know if that stands for something. L2ATL08. If there's a better way to pronounce that, please let me know. But thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, so it's just the oats that we can plant right now. That's all. Right? Everything else has to wait until April. Okay, so we're going to plant oats on CP4. Now, that field may be a little too small to really justify using the seed hawk. And I say that because even though the seed hawk is a magnificent beast of a machine, it is a little bit difficult to wield. So it takes some time to set up and get turned around and lined up. So for this field, I think it'd be better to use our old seeder. So that'll be CP4. Can we do, yeah, one second, Ivan. Cotton. Oh yeah, we have to do cotton. Okay, so maybe we can use the big seeder. We'll use the seed hawk on CP3, since that's a big field. And we'll use our other seeder on CP4, and we can do them both at the same time. And let's just see. Big thumbs up for sorghum, yeah. All right, so CP4 will do the oats. CP3 is going to get the cotton, and that'll get a second stage of fertilizer. So, yeah, both fields are ready to go. You need me to show this longer? We can come back to it. I'm going to get started. So let's set up the seed. Oh, I don't think the seed hawk can do cotton, actually, now that I think about it. Ah, bummer. We can't do cotton with the seed hawk. We need to use the planter, which is the Vaderstad Tempo. Okay. That's kind of a bummer. Oh well. We'll do the sorghum with the seed hawk. Okay, so we can use both of these machines, one for each field. Let's get out the 9R. And we'll pick up one of our devices. I don't think it matters which. They're both similarly capable. I hope this thing will fit through the doors. Yeah, just barely. Okay, where's the seeder? Oh. Okay. Never mind. I was just thinking to myself, do I have to plow that field first? Or cultivate it, I mean, but then I remember that we're going to find out. I might have to cultivate CP3 first, because I don't remember now if I can use the planter on plowed terrain. Will precision farming make crop rotation a requirement? I don't know. Not that I've heard. Let me turn this off, actually. I need to spend some time with this to learn to use it before I bust it out live here. Crop rotation used to be part of the seasons mod in FS19. It wasn't part of precision farming. And now that there's no seasons mod, I don't know. Alright, I need seed and fertilizer. So let's we'll buy 10,000 liters of seeds. And we'll buy 10,000 liters of solid fertilizer. And that ought to be enough to get these jobs done, I think. Okay, there's the seed. So we want to set that to cotton. And then I don't know how to get it to fill fertilizer now. Maybe there's two different triggers. Or I might just have to use the seed tender to do it. Let's try opening the lid. Ah, there we go. Okay. All right, so we want to plant on CP3. I don't think I have a course for that. No, I do not, so we'll have to make one. All right, so we want that field. We want this starting position, but I know it's not going to pick it anyway. 3 headlands sounds good. Field margin we can get by with 0.6, I think. Okay, that looks good. So let's save that. This is going to be CP3 planter. We'll take this over to the start point. It's not that kind of tender, Lunesta. It makes sure that the planter is well taken care of. Yeah. Could have a better name, I agree with you. All right. Let's start first waypoint and go. And we'll make sure it gets off okay, and then we'll go get the other field going. Okay. Well, it looks like I can plant directly onto plowed terrain, which is good. So I don't have to cultivate it first. And it should be putting down fertilizer as we go. Yeah. All right. So we're good there. Now let's go get the seeder. Which will be the Amazon. And we'll do the oats on the other field. And maybe we'll do that one manually. We haven't done any manual field work in a while. All right, so we'll top this off. And we'll set that to oats, which is that funny looking symbol. Let's go put GPS on this guy so that we can use that for the field. Pull into the shop and upgrade that. We'll do a quick repair while we're at it. Whoops. No, I don't want to change that. Should I put a front weight? Yeah, let's add a front weight. I like that. GPS, yes. That is a mean green planting machine. Okay, yeah, I hope so too. See you, Ivan. If I don't see you back, then hopefully we'll see you on Sunday. I should get my dashboard out for this. That'll make the GPS part easier. Would you guys bear with me for just a minute? Let me, there we go. Keep an eye on this tractor. I'm going to go grab my tablet so I can use my sim dashboard to control the GPS. I'll be right back. Alright. Thanks, Lanesta. Appreciate you keeping an eye on it. Yes, I'm going to get the tablet fired up, because that dashboard that I showed you guys last time has controls for GPS on it. Let's see. Okay. There we go. All right. So I know it's hard to see on the camera. I will eventually get this set up so that you can see it, so that I can put this screen up for you to see it, but that's what it looks like. I found out that there is a way that I can connect my tablet with USB to the PC and be able to get the image displayed on the stream. Sorry, my mouse is in the way there. Okay. Alright, so let's go back to the other machine. There we go. Alright, so from Sim Dashboard, I can unfold my attachment. And I can turn it on. And I can lower it. Oh, and we did change that to oats, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so once I get the steering wheel set up, I'm gonna have to use that dashboard for a lot of these functions, since I won't be using the controller or the keyboard at that point. Now the wheel will have some buttons on it that can be assigned to some of these functions, but my plan is just to try to use the dashboard. I think it'll be easier that way. Still got a few rocks left over back from when we had rocks turned on. Okay, I am not doing the best job at driving this thing. It trails so far behind that it's kind of hard to judge exactly when you need to turn. This thing is kind of squirrely to begin with. It'd probably be easier. I mean, it would be easier for me to drive this if I was using the Fent, to be honest. I guess I'm not doing too bad of a job here. Going off the edge a little bit. Yeah, they are. Okay, let's raise that up. Let me turn the GPS on. Tank is empty. Okay, let's go see what's up with that. It must have run out of seed. And yes, that is the case. So we'll open the lid. And then we'll go get the seed tender. This is the right vehicle to use for that. Yeah, I was never too good at that either. Okay, and we need to refill the seed on this. There we go. Now let's go find it. There it is. Okay. Second position are the seeds. There we go. It's hard to see, but it's coming out. Alright. And I'll just park this off to the side here in case we need it. Well, I'm sure we'll need it again. Looks like we'll need a lot of seed for this field. Back it up a bit. And then we'll go to nearest waypoint. And continue on our way. All right. Let's get back to work with the oats. Okay. Do I need to do another headland? I probably ought to, huh? Let's do another headland, and then I'll start going up and down the field. And then I'll have GPS, and it'll be a little bit easier than what I'm doing right now. And we can turn on cruise control with my dashboard as well. It operates pretty much every function available. You can control the lights. Flashers. You can raise and lower your implements, turn the engine on and off. And control your front and rear implements, so it's pretty nice. And yes, I know I'm missing a couple spots. We'll be okay. But I am anxiously awaiting that precision farming DLC. I think that's going to be awesome. Especially the fact now that you can buy your field maps instead of having to map it out yourself, which was really time consuming and kind of boring. So I think that's a nice change. What I used to do is there were some console commands that you could do to basically reveal your field map. That's what I used to do in the past, just to avoid having to do the manual sampling. To do that, you would have to drive around the field with a probe attached to your tractor and drop the probe every, 50 meters or whatever all over the field so you could see what the nitrogen levels and stuff were like. Ah, that's a good idea, Lanesta. Like a MIDI pedal. Okay, so let me see if... Okay. Looks like this will only do the... This can only do the A-B version of the track and not the... And not the A plus angle version that I usually do. So what we'll have to do is we'll start driving the track. And we'll set an A point and a B point, and then we'll be good to go. So I'll just try to get this as close to there. That's 180 degrees. Okay, so let's set A. And then B. Okay, there we go. Alright, drop that down. Lock in the steering. And we're GPSing. Oh, that's a really cool idea. Kind of like a factorial map where it's as big as you want it to be. If you want more land, you just keep walking, right? Yeah, this will be easier with a wheel and pedal too, because I'll be able to keep moving while I do some of these functions, since I can do that with my foot. Oh yeah. You know what? I would love it if there was a mod where you could add your own trains to the map. That would be cool. I wonder if that's even possible with the way they have it set up. There we go. Oh, we're running low on seed with this guy too. Let's take a look at our map here. It looks like I'm wasting fertilizer here. I'm not getting any... It's not covering up those bald spots. So this field is such a mess in terms of the fertilizer state that I think I may run a pass over it with the fertilizer, just to get everything evened out. And the reason I'm getting that is just because of the way that the chopped straw mod works that I'm using. The fertilization you get from the chopped straw only gets applied where the straw actually hits the ground. So sometimes when the combine is turning around or making a turn, it'll miss little areas, you know, when it's spraying the straw out the back. And that's what all these little triangle shapes are all over, you know, or here where it's like making a turn. and it misses the inside of the turn. I could probably fix that if I adjusted the course play settings a bit. Whoa. That didn't work very well. That's odd, isn't it? Let's see if we can fix that. Okay, that's better. Yeah, that was weird. And we can see over there in the cotton field, it's getting planted. Of course, play missing a few spots, as it usually does, but we can touch those up later, or we can just leave the spots. It's not a big deal. And we're just about out of seed. We've got 1 liter. Okay, and now we're out. Alright, so we'll go and I'll just take this back over here to fill up. Uh-oh. Look at that. I hope I have the width set properly on that. What is the width on that planner? 12 meters. And I think I had it set for 11.9. I might have to redo it. Let's see what happens on the way back. Well, I saved the course, so what I'll do is I'll just create another course so I can see what the settings are to make sure that they're correct. That is strange. What the heck is it doing? Okay, yeah, go back and get that bit. Okay, it's going to stop here in a moment. I'll just wait. Well, there's no point in waiting. Let's take a look at what's going on here. Alright, so I'm going to have to clear that. And then I'll just say create job 11.9. Yeah, that was right. Okay, well that's strange. I don't know what's going on there. But we'll just reload the course. But we were going to have to stop anyway to fill it up, so we'll do that. Yeah, I think on top of that hill would be a great place to put the house. And we can make kind of like a winding driveway going up the side of the hill. Try to, anyway. Let me ask you guys a question. When I build the house, it's going to be a lot of landscaping involved. I'm guessing it'll probably take an hour or so to do it right. Would you guys like to see that, or would you prefer that I do that offline and then just show you the result? as well fill fertilizer while we're here. Oh, okay. We didn't use much fertilizer at all. Okay, you want to see that? Alright. So maybe we'll... Okay. So then maybe I'll, you know, dedicate half of a stream or something to building the house. Honestly, for me, it would be nice to have you guys there to bounce ideas off of and stuff. Okay. So let's unfold this. Yeah, and then I'll just have to come back and clean up that. I'm not sure what happened there. Neck's a little sore today. I played a gig last night with the band for St. Patrick's Day. It was fun. We played an outdoor patio at a brew pub. It's a pretty big place. There are a lot of people there. So that was great, but because of the size of the venue and the fact that we were kind of running through a somewhat too small sound system for the place, I was really swinging for the fences on the drum kit to make sure that everybody could hear me. I'm feeling it a little bit today. I don't usually play that loud. I mean, I always play loud, but I usually don't play as loud as I was last night. Don't get me wrong. I was playing loud, always. Loud, but not too loud. That's the trick. Okay, let's fire this up. And off we go. Oh, okay. An Elgato pedal. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. I'll have to look that up. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. That's a useful tip. The Elgato stuff is really nice most of the time. I used to have a Stream Deck. I mean, I did buy it used. I bought it where did I get it? I think I bought it off of Reverb from somebody. It seemed like it was in really good condition, but it was really hit and miss whether it worked. Sometimes it would just go to sleep, and I couldn't wake it up no matter what I did. So I eventually just threw it away. Yeah, I think a foot pedal to turn things on and off would be pretty nice. I missed a little tiny spot back there, but I can live with that. Yeah, maybe we should just have like a big red panic button. I can just hit the panic button and my camera and my microphone will turn off. Okay, so we're done with that. I can turn GPS off. And And I'll go wash this. Look at that. The course is messed up. I'm going to have to go back and fix all that. That's really a pain. I wonder if I can do cotton on this guy. No. Shoot. Okay, I'm going to have to wait then. That is annoying. Why the hell? Why would it just skip like a half a meter every third row? That doesn't make any sense to me. Alright, let's wash this guy off. Hose it down. Yeah, I don't think I could do like those horror games that some guys do. In fact, I was watching, there's a new series out. What is it? The one about the guy who's like restoring some old, like found video footage. Is it called Archive or something like that? I can't remember what the series is called. It's fairly recent. And I started watching it one night here in the room. I was just watching it on my computer while I was, you know, doing other stuff, and I had to turn it off because I was getting freaked out. I mean, if I was watching it with my wife or something, I would probably be okay, but sitting in my computer room late at night doing it by myself, it's not for me. Alright, let's see if I can get this parked in the same place. That'll be a bit of a challenge, especially with this machine. Too bad Jim's not here. Whoops. That was close. That's actually not bad. I'm pretty proud of that bit of work. Jim's gonna owe me for that one. Thanks. The Minecraft jump scare. Alright. You know what? I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave the pinstripes, guys. Oh, you know what it is? I bet it's this crazy thing. I bet it's this. No, don't do that. Okay, maybe not. Manual. How do I turn it off? Can I disable this? Yeah, I think it's this thing that's doing it. How do I change the distance? If I could change that to 11.9, then I think it would go away. I gotta figure out how to use it. Okay, well, whatever. Let's just go. We'll keep the pinstripes. Hey, K-Mac. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if these driving skills are going to port over to Factorio very much, but... yeah, I'm pretty sure these stripes are coming from the Proceeder mod. They're not very useful as they are right now, but... uh-oh. Yeah, see? Now it's leaving tram lines behind me. Okay, I'm going to have to disable it until I know how to use it properly. Or let me see if there's a way that I can just turn it off. There's probably a key binding for it. I don't see any way to disable it. Okay. So let me just save. I'm going to have to come out of the game and disable the mod. Sorry guys, I was a little premature with that one. Or at least I didn't think it would be active all the time unless you tell it to be active. I think that's really more the issue, not necessarily that I was loading it prematurely. Couldn't be my fault. All right. So I'm going to have to back up and redo that. All right. Looks like bread hit our price trigger, but since I just sold bread, we really don't have much available anyway. But anyway, those tracks that you see there are what the Proceed mod does. Let's just go forward and turn it around. You can set the distance between tracks that you want. That would correspond to the width of your fertilizer spreader or sprayer, whichever you're using, and it'll automatically put those in the ground. And it looks like maybe it does work with Courseplay, although I'll have to confirm that. Okay, yeah, so now it's planting over it. Okay, so let's see what we've got going on here. While we wait for this to finish, we could start plowing field 7. Why don't we do that? We'll start getting that ready. Or actually, let's see what we got for slurry here. Oh, we have a lot of slurry. Yeah, let's get the slurry dropped off. We'll take that over to the BGA, and then if we still have time left over while the cotton is being planted, we can start working on that new field, start plowing the land for that. No, the plaid shirt's not part of the dad look. It's just based on the fact that during the winter, we usually set the temperature to like 68 or 70 degrees in the house, which for the dry climate that we live in it's cool, but it's not cold, and it's not particularly warm either. So anyway, so depending on my body temperature at the moment, sometimes I'm comfortable just with a t-shirt, and sometimes I need something warmer, and a flannel shirt is just warm enough and not too warm. So I got a couple flannel shirts for Christmas. I know that was probably a much longer explanation than you wanted to hear, but that's how I got a flannel shirt. Oh, and no, I didn't have any dad outfits before I had kids. Or a kid. I only have one. But my son and I were joking around about the dad look with the, well, you could see it on the Discord. So I saw a pair of shoes the other day when my wife and I were out doing a little bit of shopping, and I sent a picture to my son. It's like, hey, what do you think? Should I get these? And he said, no, those are a little too stylish. You got to keep looking. I thought that was pretty funny. And the thing is, maybe I do have a dad look already, and I just don't know it, Like I try to wear things. Well, I don't try. I wear things that I think are kind of cool. But I'm like of an age where no matter what I wear, it's almost impossible for me to look cool anymore. So I don't know. And of course, as soon as you're consciously thinking about looking cool, there's no way that you will. Coolness never comes from effort, So. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll get the acid wash jeans. It seems like we're skipping right over parachute pants. But yeah, acid wash jeans, like the pegged cuffs on the bottom. Those will come back. That'll put us into the late 80s, which is an era that I'm comfortable with. And then in another 5 years or so, early grunge era, hopefully will come back. And then this flannel shirt, all of a sudden, it's going to be cool. And I'll be able to I'll get out my Doc Martens again. But yeah, once I lost most of my hair, any aspirations I had of looking cool were pretty much dashed into the ground. And that happened at a fairly young age. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so we're good there. Yeah, I had a pair of Doc Martens that I wore all through college. And I really liked those boots. And then I threw them away because, you know, they were worn out, and, you know, there was a time where you know, I know you say they never go out of style, and I guess for a certain set of people they don't, but there was a time where I didn't want to go out with Doc Martens on anymore because I felt like I would be living in the past a little bit, so I got rid of them. And then a few years ago, I was in a shoe store and I saw a pair in my size, and I was like, yeah, I want to buy these. And then I put them on, and I was like, they look really cool. And then I looked in the mirror, and I'm like, I don't know. So they're kind of sitting on my shelf. Well, not kind of. They are sitting on my shelf. They're sitting precisely on the shelf. All right, more seed. Cotton uses a lot of seed, doesn't it? And the fact that this field is much bigger now makes a bit of a difference. Yeah, they do last a long time. They're good quality shoes. You threw Vanessa, you traded your Docs for Crocs. Hey, Deity, I was never fortunate enough to have a members only jacket, so I missed the fad. Back in those days, my family didn't have a lot of extra money, so there was a point in time that we moved for my dad's job. He got a good job, and he moved us into the nicest neighborhood that he could afford to get a house in. So we got a house that needed a lot of work in a nice neighborhood with good schools, which was great for me and my brothers. But unfortunately, there was very little money left over for things such as members-only jackets. You know? So we had to wear the Sears or JCPenney equivalent. Which I quickly learned is you're better off just throwing a piece of canvas over your head than wearing an imitation of any of those things. Crocs are comfortable. I had a pair that fell apart. They're nice for wearing around the house. Especially if you have like tile floors or wood floors. They make good slippers. I wouldn't wear them out, but I'm still getting pinstripes. So I think the course is messed up a little bit. So after we do the field, I'm going to delete it. I'm not going to use this course again. I'm not quite sure what the issue is. I've never seen that before, to be honest. It says it's 12 meters wide, and I set my course to 11.9 meters, which means there should be a little bit of overlap. So it's really strange that we're getting this little Well, and even here you can see there's a lot of overlap there, and then it kind of, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I'm going to chalk it off. I'm going to chalk it up to a bug in courseplay. Okay, let's get the plow down to the new field, and we'll get that started. Yeah, you know, that's a good point, K-Mac. I might have an offset out of whack. Oh, yeah. Tool offset horizontal. That should be like 0. I think you solved the problem, K-Mac. Well, it's not, I mean, you can, in this case, you can see it on the map too, so it's not just a graphics glitch. I think it was the tool offset. Yeah. I must have turned my mouse wheel or did something to screw that up. All right, well, we'll see if... I think that'll probably fix it. It looks like the vertical offset is not as good as it could be either. I usually never have to mess around with those settings, though. Usually they're good out of the box, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a combination of the tractor and the tool that is a lot different from the other vehicles. Okay. Plowing. I should probably do a repair on this vehicle too. We're at 85%. There we go. Yeah, screw it. I'll repair it when we come back. It's not going to make that big of a difference. Actually, it won't make any difference. Maybe I'll use a little bit more fuel than I would otherwise. Unintentional grounding. Is that a thing? I think unintentional grounding is where you get tackled. I don't know either. I'm not a sports fan, so I don't really know much about football. Okay, so we're going to set a course. Pick that field. I guess we'll start there. Let's do four headlands. Why not? 10%. Now we'll do 7%. I think that's the default. Yeah, and I don't know why it keeps trying to give me such a big field margin. I'll do a 0 field margin this time. Okay. That looks good to me. find our start point. And I'm probably going to have to run ahead of it and clear trees as we go. Let's start with this one. Yeah, it's the OG Fent. Hey Jay, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Alright. So we'll start at the first waypoint. Let's make sure we got create fields turned on. And let's go do some damage. This will give us another 10 hectares, which we can do whatever with. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to open up another bakery. Because I think with a little more work, I think we can get enough stuff to run 2 bakeries. Or at least 2 bakeries making cake. Maybe not bread and cake in both, but we could do cake in both. Or maybe bread and cake in one and just cake in the other. Seems like we're getting plenty of milk and eggs and so forth. Okay, are we going to pass those? Well, I'll get up and clear these, because these will be a problem on the next lap at least. How's the financial footing? Well, pretty good. I mean, we got almost $1 million here just from selling things. I haven't been making any effort to save money. Thank you, Lanesta. Yes, I am $7 million in debt. Just as I'm saying everything's great money-wise. Yeah, I mean, but we're easily staying on top of the interest payments, so... but the goal of this series is to get the debt paid off by the time we finish it, so that is a factor. Yeah. Remind me not to take you next time I go to the bank for a meeting. A secondary. Oh, okay. You added a secondary dairy. I think it's less than 7 million. Yeah, 6.3, let's say. Not quite 7. I think I've shown remarkable restraint. We could borrow up to 10, so just saying. Okay, we need more seed for the cotton, but I'm afraid to let this run without being sure that we're not going to hit any trees. So let's spend a minute or two clearing the trees that we know about that are going to be in the way. Whoops. Hey Willie, when you added the secondary, are you only doing cakes, or what are you making that you needed another dairy? Because in our case, we only need butter, and I think one dairy would make more than enough butter for 2 bakeries. I could be wrong. I didn't run any calculations or anything, but that's my gut feel, I guess, at this point. We might not be able to make chocolate. Somebody's cooking something. It smells good. Oh, okay. You added one just to make chocolate. Okay. Alright. I think I may have all the trees taken care of now. We'll see if we missed any. Yeah, I was thinking we would just add a second, like the industrial bakery is what I'm thinking of, just to ramp up the cake production, and then we would focus mainly on cakes, and any leftover ingredients we could use. Well, for example, I'm pretty sure that our sorghum field will give us more than enough flour for 2 bakeries worth of cakes, you know, and so we could probably make bread as well. At least in one of them. Okay, I think I may have gotten all the trees. I'm not sure if I got those 3 over there. Let's go take a look. Okay, no, I didn't get these yet. Alright, I'll let that go. I think that'll be okay. And let's get that refilled so we can get this field done. Yeah, it looks like the pinstripes went away once I got the offset fixed. Yeah, it does. It does have a lot in common with Factorio, doesn't it? Driving into trees, removing trees to make room for things. There's no biters, fortunately. Just chickens. Yeah, what am I going to wear when we go back to Factorio? I'll need to get a Factorio shirt. Actually, I have a Factorio shirt somewhere. I don't think that's going to collide with this. Okay. Nearest waypoint go. Alright. I think that'll be enough to finish the job. I think maybe we should I think we should go ahead and put the bakery down now. The only thing is, if I put the bakery down now, it's not going to have any flour until we harvest. because because we're not producing flour anymore. We've already made it, and all the flour went to the first bakery. Same with sugar. All the sugar is tied up already in the first bakery, as well as the dairy. Right? It's full of sugar. And I'm not planning to do any sugar. Maybe I should do sugar beets. Well, maybe we plant sugar beets on this field. Let's see what the calendar is for sugar beets. March and April. We could do that. This would give me a literal gob of sugar beets. You made an AI that manages scripts to control the player? Yeah, that's the ultimate goal of Factorio, right? Automate the playing of it. Yeah. Yeah, you have to leave something to be done, otherwise you're not really playing it. Okay, yeah, so we'll plant sugar beets on this field. So let's rename it. This is CP7 sugar beets. Okay, and we'll have to get that in the ground next month. Actually, next month is going to be busy with planting. We have a lot to plant. I know the other thing that we should be looking at is how we're doing on grass. Because this is empty. That means we have no straw and we have no hay. I might have some hay in here. Ooh, yeah, we're out of hay. Yeah, so we should do some grass. Where did I put my grass header? It's over there by the barn. Yeah, so let's do that. Sheriff Mad Tiger, thank you for the follow and welcome. Hope you enjoy your time here. Let's see. Alright, so we'll detach the forage header. And then we'll put on the mower. And I have a forage wagon over at the shed next to the cows. So we'll go attach that, and then we can cut the grass and throw it into the drying silo. There it is. so let's pipe out, unfold, turn on, and off we go. Hey, Ivan's back. Welcome back, buddy. Glad you could make it. Okay, it looks like the cotton field is done planting. So that's good. I think last time this field gave us exactly one full wagon. So did you guys do anything fun for St. Patrick's Day? Anybody go out and drink green beer or anything silly like that? Okay. All right, fair enough. Three years, wow. Was it any good? I don't think growlers are meant to contain the carbonation for that long. Unless it was like from the factory. Oh, really? Wow. That's awesome. Got lucky. Alright, so for anyone just joining recently, I'm collecting grass on this field, obviously, to help feed the cows, and then I've got another machine that is plowing a new field that will amount to about 10 hectares, and that's going to be for sugar beets. The primary product on this farm is cake. I think this will be our third season now making cake. We're making pretty good money with it. So we've got cows, we've got chickens for eggs. For the sugar, we do sugar beets. For the flour, we plant sorghum, since sorghum gives you the most flour per acre of land or per hectare of land. And I owe the bank $6 million plus. So the goal is to continue to run this operation and expand it when appropriate at least until we get our loan paid off. And then at that point we'll decide whether to keep going on this map or or start a new one. You're at 9.5. You're almost maxed out, man. What are you going to do then? Cheat in more loan. I mean, in all seriousness, okay. I was going to say, in all seriousness, you could always just edit your save game and increase your loan further. Or just cheat in the money. Yeah, right. Yeah, if you have to repaint any tractors, that'll take care of your money real quick. I think I need to expand this field. Well, I don't know. I guess I really don't. We have enough grass. We have enough hay to feed the cows, right? And I guess we'll find out whether, with a second bakery, whether we still have enough milk coming in with the cows that we've got. But I feel like we should probably need more grass than we actually do. Although we've only got, what is it, 80 cows? So maybe not. If we need more cows, we'll get the one that has 200, like the modded cow barn that has 200 cows or whatever it is, 200 and something. The one with the automated feeder is the one that I'm thinking of. Oh, no, my best time in vanilla was it was less than 4 hours. I did it once in 3 hours. I think it was, yeah, like around 3 hours and 50 minutes or something. Yeah, thank you. I practiced a lot for that. The way that I got that, I was basically following Nephrim's speedrunning guide, if you've ever seen that. And I played through it a couple times. I think my first attempt I got around 6 hours, and then I did around 4 hours, 4.5 hours, and then my last attempt I got down to just under 4, and then I didn't feel the need to try again after that. But that might be something fun to do as another series outside of Farm Sim, or something to do on stream. Gosh, this thing is hard to steer. Will it empty? There we go. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Alright, so let's start turning that grass into hay. Ah, yeah, you can't do it from here. Turning on the light interferes with your ability to control the production in that building, unfortunately. So we'll have to go down to the production tab and turn on the dryer. 30,000 liters. That's not a lot. Yeah, I think we need a bigger grass field. Maybe we'll expand that when we got some extra time. Let's put this wagon away. So we will be planting corn soon so that we can get more silage. And we're planting oats so that we can get some straw. And the reason I'm doing oats instead of barley is just because I missed the chance to plant barley at the end of last season because I wasn't paying attention to the calendar. So ideally I would have done barley because then I can feed the chickens and get straw for the cows, but in this case we're going to do oats. We can use the oats to make flour. Right, we'll get some extra flour out of that, but yeah, or we could sell them. Honestly, we might as well just sell the oats. We don't need the flour. Alright, I'm going to put this header away and get the other one put on again. Yeah, that stinks when you miss your planting window and then you have to wait a whole year. So well, and the other thing is that I rebuilt the farmyard recently, and so all the straw and silage and stuff that I did have, I sold it so that I could sell the silos and put in new stuff. So so we may just have to buy some silage and straw in the meantime. But that's okay, we can afford it. It's not too expensive to do that. Alright, we can close that, we can close that. Alright, so I think the only activity we still have going on this month is the plowing of the field. Let's go get this stuff repaired and put away. And let's complete this road as well. It's taken us long enough to do that. We haven't really needed to go this way very often up until now, so... And then on Sunday stream, I think we'll start working on putting in our house. And I'll explain real quickly what I'm thinking for that. As soon as I finish this. Give me a second. Don't want to lose my concentration. Let's see. And this here. Maybe I should be doing all this with gravel. Well, someday. Okay. Yeah. So, what I'm thinking for the house. Let me get out of that view. Let's go over here a little bit, and then I can fly if we need to. This vehicle's awfully slow, isn't it? Yeah, so what I'm thinking for the house is to put it up here. Up on this hill. And we'll face it towards the pond and the and the farmyard. So I'll have to come up here and, you know, I'll remove these trees one way or another. Well, yeah, I guess we should do it with the forestry equipment. There's some good trees there. Although, as far as the industry goes, the sawmill and the furniture shop are already full of wood, so, but we'll take it down with the forestry equipment and then we can sell it. So we'll clear these trees and then we'll level off the top here. And then what I envision is to build a driveway that, you know, maybe comes off of this road here and comes up around and then goes up here just behind this ridge of stone, and then have the house and everything behind it. Again, facing the water over this way. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I think that would be pretty cool. So that's what we'll work on, and maybe the next stream, maybe the one after that, but sometime soon we'll get to work on that. Yeah, I think that'll be really nice. It'll look good, and that'll be where we park. And I think I showed you guys already the house that I want to use. It's the same one from... It's the Elk Mountain Ranch house. Right, this one. So this is the house that I want to use, you know, so we'll put it up here somewhere. You can change the color on it to whatever color you prefer. I think I'll probably do... Well, I'm not sure. We'll take a look at the colors. There was like something that was fairly close to white that I kind of liked. Yeah. I think I prefer the lighter colors. Or maybe even the natural wood look would be nice. But anyway, we'll put that up there, and then we'll have the driveway. And then there's also... is that it? No, that's not it. There's also a garage that goes with it. If I can remember where it is. I think it's under sheds, actually. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, so you can get a garage that goes with it, you know, so maybe we'll put the garage there. Or we could even maybe put the garage like down here somewhere. You know, next to the driveway as it goes up to the house, and then, you know, put a path like from the garage up to the main house. So oh, okay, you're using that one too, Ivan. Okay, yeah, it's a nice house. And one of the cool things about it is the sleep trigger is actually inside the house. So when you want to sleep, you have to go in the house and go upstairs to the bedroom. Before you can actually sleep, you know, which is kind of neat, I guess. You don't just go up to the front porch and go to sleep. Alright, so let's do a repair on this stuff. And then we'll wash it and put it away. Excuse me. It doesn't bother me at all. Okay, now we're nice and clean. Let's see if I can park this as well as I parked the other one. And then we'll get ready for the next thing we need to plant. Yeah, so I mentioned before that the main product for the farm is cake, but I guess we're also doing clothing from cotton, just because we have the fields to grow something, and cotton seems to be a good crop to grow. Because you turn that into cloth, and then you turn the cloth into clothing, and you make a pretty significant profit from that. We have not yet sold any of the clothing yet, so we're still waiting for our investment in cotton to pay off, but I'm confident that it will. Actually, let's take a look at that. What's the price that we set for clothing? 30,000. We're pretty close, guys. It's at 29,000 right now. We set our trigger at 30 and 200, which is a couple percent below the maximum. I wonder if we're giving ourselves enough room to catch it. We're not that far below. We could just go sell it now. Let's take a look and see how much we've got. Let's see. Clothes. Yeah, we have 11,000. I think we should. I think we should sell some clothes. Uh-oh. I missed a couple trees, apparently. Yeah, so let's clear these, and then let's go sell the clothes that we've got made so far. Oh, excuse me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Wife's on her way home. That means it's almost dinner time. Okay, let's see. Nearest waypoint. Alright, let's keep that going. Yeah, trees are the enemy, for sure. Let's just go. I'm pretty sure I cut down this one that I saw over there already. Yeah, that one's cut down. I wish they could fix this ghost tree problem so that we could avoid these issues, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Alright, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Let's load this up with the clothes and take them over to the shop and make some money. That'll get us, should get us around 300, what, 300,000, I think? No, storing. Yeah, that's what I want. Doesn't take up a lot of space, does it? Yeah, that's 11,000. Okay, that's all we got. Set that back to distributing. 10? Wow. There's my bread and cake floating up in the air over there. Alright, let's see what we got. Wow. And I still got a pallet left. Because I don't drive very well. Jeez. Yeah, that was about 300 grand. Yeah, that's a pallet of cake and a pallet of bread up there. You missed it. It was partly entertaining and partly frustrating, but I pulled up here with a truck with bread and cake in it, and when I went on top of the sell point, the truck flipped up into the air and pallets went flying everywhere, and those pallets are now stuck outside of the edge of the map, and there's nothing I can do about it as far as I know. So that was fun. And that's why I sold that modded truck and trailer that I was using and got back to this combination, which just seems to work pretty well without any strange physics anomalies. Okay, let's put this guy away. Yeah, upside down cake, exactly. Oh man, that was something. Yeah, that was weird. Success. Yeah, I should probably do that. Or maybe one of you can do it if you know how. Because I don't. Terrible streamer. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to park this here, guys. Checking our plow, just make sure there's no more trees. Yeah, I think we're looking good. So I think I'm going to call it a day here. Thank you all for... Oh, did I try raising the ground? That might work, but I don't want to take the chance to end up screwing up the map even more than I did already. Yeah, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it and enjoy it as always. So hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll be back Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Mountain, 11 a.m. Eastern. Hope to see y'all then. Have a great Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.